So, what do you plan on doing differently with Honey Badger this time?
What? HoneyBadgerBarFight. What it was really an outlet for all our sexual repression.
Well, we decided to think about it for the past 11 months. And by that I mean we have not thought about it at all. Other than about 5 minutes ago when Jordan started to inject smack into our eyelids. So, what do you plan on doing differently in Honey Badger Bar Fight?
I don't want to put cocaine in my foreskin anymore.
In the spirit of a reboot, we made 3 short videos.
Let me show them to you.
What's your movie called?
SpongeBob sucks 10 dicks.
And what's it about? Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
What are we doing today?
We're going to do a commentary on our old work.
Our
Great.
old work? Like
art.
any level wins.
No, it's like the greatest hits
The greatest hits, the greatest hits.
of our friends and us.
Yes, so, before we start, do you want to explain Honey Badger Bar Fight in the context that
Yeah.
you might understand it?
Okay.
Because I was in it from the beginning.
No,
but still
I
don't understand.
wasn't in it from the beginning, but from what I understand is, it was a group of us, friends in secondary school.
These lot.
The lot you'll be seeing because of Jordan's master racing, and we just got together, made sketches that would hopefully make people laugh. Some of them are actually pretty good. Some of them not so good.
I will admit before we start that the other day I watched a couple of them to figure out which ones we could have some interesting things to talk about. I got to admit, after watching a couple of them, I was like that. To be fair, they are not the worst things in the world. I maintain that. Like, there are some things that people have made, and you like, especially when you're younger, and you look at them and you just think, Jesus Christ. Like, I feel that way about stuff I did when I was like 6 years old. But I know a lot of people will feel that about stuff in their teens. But I think, for the budget we had and the time we had, we did
I
pretty
think
well.
we did well. It was quite light-hearted and we enjoyed doing it.
Exactly.
And 219 views. We don't have 219 friends. Oh, I don't. And I don't think you do.
I
Us
don't know
combined.
219 people.
So, I mean, it's reached people who we don't know.
Okay,
Quite
well,
over.
let's begin with Failed Hostage Sketch. The brilliant, inventive, original title was come up with by our dear friend Brad. That, right? What he's doing here.
Yeah.
We all made up characters, right, before we did this?
Yeah.
Like, me, Niall, Sam, and Brad all came up with characters that were, like, either just based on what we used online and that, so which is why Brad's was Sarge, because his online name was, like, Sergeant Cod or something.
Were you wearing your tie like that? Because I used to wear my headband like that. Because that's very sweet.
I think this is before we started hanging out.
Oh, okay.
But no, the whole... I had a headcanon. We all had headcanons about what our characters were.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Cowboy Bebop?
No.
The whole plot of that is that... Well, it's not the whole plot, but basically that we stole that idea, which was that every sketch would be just some different way for the characters to earn enough money to, like, get Chinese takeaway every night. And that was kind of our idea. That all of these ridiculous things they were doing was that...
Sorry, Niall's performance was...
It's exceptional,
pretty
yeah.
superb. Actually, Brad's pretty good in this right now.
Yeah, he's good.
He can be a very good actor.
Yeah. I mean, the only problem is with that is that none of us stay remotely in character, because I said we came up with characters, but because literally all the dialogue was improvised,
Yeah.
we just knew what was going to happen and we just played with it. Because it was all improvised, like, our own personalities came through,
Oh, okay.
and also, like, what Sam's doing here, wobbling on the thing, his character...
that was good,
That was brilliant. But his character was, like, supposed to be the straight man and that.
Yeah.
And from the first shot of this episode, he's not the straight man, He dances off halfway through later.
Whose machine guns were they earlier?
They were Brad's.
Oh.
Brad had... They're like
BB
paintball
guns?
guns. No, they're
Paintball.
paintball. And he just took the canisters out and
Yeah.
they looked like real guns.
Quite real, yeah.
Brad actually did pretty much all of the editing on this, apart from Niall, who did one. I don't think I edited any of them, apart from the real early ones.
I really want to see Brad now. I haven't seen him for. I wonder what he looks like now.
I saw him yesterday. He looks almost exactly the same.
What colour is his hair?
Blue.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. Hi, Brad.
Yeah. If you're watching, should record something, please.
Yeah,
Nothing
see,
going
this what's happening here was the whole idea for the episode. It was the first one we came up with, and it was just, okay, a bunch of guys try and kidnap someone to get money to eat, but they don't know what they're doing, and the guy that's the hostage does. So we're like, okay, he's going to be the straight man, we'll all be the weird ones, and blah, blah, blah. And then we just completely fucked it up, because it's all improvised.
So I think it's the best way. I mean, if it shows you, especially when you're at that age,
yeah.
Well, you can watch it back and think, oh, this is what my personality was like. And if you were just playing a straight character, obviously you wouldn't get that. And so it's precious to you guys.
Well, it is a bit of a time capsule. It's also funny that this
exactly.
is the only episode we ever made where all 4 of the main cast are on screen at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we had our friend Josh doing the filming, and you'll notice if you look at all the other episodes, for some contrived reason, you never see all of the cast of the episode on screen because someone's got to be behind the camera. Except one, which is really obvious, where it's just the cameras. I've just left it on a table.
You know what? I think all these videos are works of art, in that they show. No, but they show what life is like for teenagers. It's like looking through the lens of younger people.
I don't think this is remotely what life is like for teenagers. I think this is like a perfect encapsulation of that thing you do where you and your mates just piss about and like come up. Wouldn't this story be happy? Wouldn't this be funny? Or me and Niall and you used to do that thing where we'd write lines and pass it to each other and we'd have a little story. And it's kind of like that in a thing.
But what you guys have captured is really special, I think, in all of the videos. There's this ongoing theme that this is life from the lens of a teenager, but not just any teenager, the ones who are a bit quirky, which is us, like, the fucking out misfit weirdos.
Well, I think most of that comes from the fact that we weren't ever making them for like a reason. We just enjoyed, we all enjoyed making stuff, and we all enjoyed hanging out, so it was just, hey, let's do both of those things at the same time.
Exactly.
And you can kind of tell that we're not trying to write a serious thing. Like, this is, I think if you could credit anything to each of us, Brad probably should be credited with all the editing.
Yeah.
Niall with pretty much all the writing, and me probably with the directing of it. Because it was quite often, because I'm like obsessive maniac, and it's quite often me yelling at people, no, put the camera there, and we'll do it like this.
Yeah.
And then,
Who would you say is the best actor out of everyone?
everyone in these?
Yeah.
At the time or now?
In the time.
It's different. I think Sam is the best. Sam is the best comedy performance, I think.
Yeah.
No. I'm only thinking of that because there's one thing where that just made us giggle. I think Niall's probably the best comedy performance in this because
he's very natural.
He's very natural, and also me and Niall used to write things together, and like I need someone like that to bounce off because I go insane and obsessive if I'm doing something myself. But Niall was always coming up with these ideas, and it was me and Niall originally in like year 7 when we were like 12 making zombie clowns and that. It was me and Niall coming up with the ideas, and so he should be credited with writing them because I think he came up with most of the ideas. That's how I remember it anyway.
Yeah. I would say though that you're actually the best actor, and still I think you're very good at acting. Your face, but it works for comedy, horror, everything.
Well,
impressive.
the only difference
I know you
was
deny it, but
I can see how you'd think that in this because I'm the only one trying to maintain a consistent character, like which you can kind of tell that like in my personal headcanon. You'll notice this in one of the later ones. That
actually, in this, I'd say Sam's the best. I mean, look at that.
He's just
like he's
marvelous.
actually in pain, you know.
Yeah, well, that's because he physically is in pain. But we all had this headcanon about what our characters were.
Yeah.
And in mine, I wanted a running joke. This is my obsessive thing filtering in. I wanted a running joke where my character was like a hitman outside of this. Like, and that was the only reason they could afford rent and that, was because he was going out and doing horrible things. And...
I didn't know that.
No, well...
Did they know
I don't know if they did. It was a little joke that I just kept sneaking it in. That just to entertain me. And there's one where at the beginning the whole hook of it is that I leave Niall alone in the house for like 6 months, and there's no context to where I've gone. And in my head, he's gone off on some long, and he comes back with like a hat on and that.
Did Niall actually hit Sam?
Yeah, he hit him really hard on the back of the head.
Because it looked really real, and I thought,
yeah, that's because it was real. Yeah, you can hear the thunk, but there's another bit where I claim to have gone to work, and I come back in like covered in blood and with like just sores and like clippers and things. And I remember thinking that was in my head. That was the thing. But
do you have the one with the watermelon?
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Now, Niall works really hard to come up with these like funny jokes. Like, we were trying to come up with the name for what the watermelon would be called, because we saw a watermelon in a shop and we're like, that's our video! Alien watermelon lands on Earth. Brilliant!
Just like that.
Yeah, because that was the plot. And so we were like, what do we call this alien? And Niall just went, Solomelon. As in like watermelon, but Solomon, watermelon. Like, and so, but if you read the title, it's just call it Solomon.
I thought we were calling it Solomon throughout.
No, Solomelon. That was the... So he was in it and he doesn't even remember?
Well, I was in it a little. Let's press play.
Press play.
Alright, so Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, this is one of the jokes I was
talking
talking about. No, I gave it to fuck. Before we... yeah, so this is the thing I'm talking... Like, I claim to be going away on work and then disappear for months. And the only reason that exists is because in my head that character had gone off to do some horrible overseas murder. And it also only existed to set up the joke that if you look really closely, Niall is still on exactly the same page he was when he started, which was like 6 months ago. And look, I've got like one of those Egyptian things on me.
Do you know how it feels when the X is taking stuff? My CDs. And if you're watching...
She didn't take it, I gave
No,
it.
no, I lent my Nirvana CD.
Hmm.
And I'm still very sad.
Is this you behind the counter? I mean the camera?
I think so.
I also like that it's not trying to stick in a consistent world. Like the idea that one day there's this very real, I mean wacky, but kind of like human level hostage thing, and then in the next episode it's like a fucking alien invasion, and then in one of them a guy has decided to declare independence from England in his back garden. Like, I quite like that it's...
You know what it reminds me? You know that thing Noel Fielding did?
Oh,
Mighty
Fielding's... Oh, I thought you meant luxury comedy, but yeah.
But imagine if they had no money, so they didn't have any props or anything, they just had to do everything. Like, it sort of reminds... That's the surreal...
Yeah.
It has going.
Yeah, I mean that's more outwardly surreal. This is what I would call wacky rather than surreal. Like,
yeah,
it's
a
cause,
watermelon with a gas mask on, or is it a Bane mask?
I think Niall, it's probably a Bane mask. Yeah.
Niall looks really thin in this. Did he lose weight like really drastically?
He lost a lot of weight when we were in school. I remember because do you remember he used to run the 100 meters for a while?
Oh yeah.
Like when we were in year 7, I love that. Like it's.
I was moving it.
Yeah, your hand was moving it, and if you're holding the camera with one hand, moving it with your other hand, and if you look closely, not in this shot, but in the previous one, you can see your legs in the. Oh, look, there you are. Oh no, that's me. I think holding the camera there. This was a miracle. This was just accident.
Yeah,
like,
no,
we just
surprised that you got this shot.
Yeah. And I'm just recording it off the TV as well.
Really, it looks good.
Yeah. You were just... I just love that shot for some reason, and then it just pans over and there's an alien watermelon. I can't keep saying I love things about it, but...
Niall was... You both were very good actors in this, actually.
Well, you know what that is? That's because of... We were close friends, so we come across as very natural with each other because we knew each other very close.
Yeah.
Poor old Jade.
Oh, look at that.
Her claim to fame. Do you want to talk about that in the background? That watermelon, us hacking it apart?
Oh god, that was so fun. We all grabbed kitchen knives and
just destroyed it.
His kitchen was...
It was watermelon on the ceiling. We destroyed it so much. But
what do you think was worse, when we did the flour or the watermelon?
The watermelon, because the flour didn't go mouldy within like a week.
Is it still?
I keep finding bits of it.
I love the bit with the gunshot and then
The gunshot
moves.
Yeah, I remember Niall was like, I think it was Niall and Brad that did that, and at the time they were like annoyed about it, and someone was. I remember someone being like, "Oh, this is terrible," and me looking at it and thinking, "No, that's fucking hilarious that it moves. That's even better than like, because it goes right onto his crotch as well." Like.
We were gonna make a sequel to this, but we never did. Where this last scene is explained.
We were so you show up in this, and we actually were planning to set you up as a character, and you won't know this, but you appear as this kind of ghost, right?
No, I see.
And in the context that I had thought of it, you were the ghost of somebody I'd killed that was then haunting me, and that was how I squared it in my head. Like, there you are. Oh my god, you're wearing a terrible shirt, man.
Oh, I was such a goth. I still am in my head, but it's good to look deceptively normal. That way you can put the weird in slowly, just like that knife.
Yeah. Oh, this is top 10 greatest anime deaths. I love that you go to say something here, and then we just cut it out in the worst edit ever. Yeah, wasn't the plot of the sequel to this going to be like
There was a ghost in the basement or something.
Yeah. No, the loft. Yeah, because we climbed up in the loft, didn't we? Yeah, and you're at the table with us. Like, have you ever done that thing with watermelon where you chop the top of it off and just pour vodka in?
Yeah, it tastes like pancakes, which is bizarre.
This is my favourite one. It's 40 seconds long.
Yes,
This is.
logic.
I might. You know what? I might just cut this out and play this so we can take a break because.
Should we watch it with sound?
Yeah. There's absolutely no context to this either. Look how fit I was, man.
Yeah, actually.
What are you looking at? You looking at this? Oh, your hands are cold, man.
Hope you got that on camera.
Who the fuck took my cake?
How did Brad always have muscles? Like, how old were you? Like 15 there?
I don't know. I guess he's just naturally
Genetic,
built that way. Yeah.
Lucky bastard.
We've just taken our intermission, and I can't remember what we watched last, but
Shit.
we're now going to move on.
Oh, we watched the 40-second thing.
Oh yeah. We're going to watch the mysterious case for the mysterious case and talk about it. And this only exists because Niall came up with the joke, the mysterious case of the mysterious case, like a Sherlock Holmes story. So that's why this exists, and let's go.
I like this one actually. I'm not in it, but
You're not in it, yeah. This was the one that Niall edited, I remember.
Is this in your house?
This is in Niall's house.
Oh, of course, yeah. Are you sure we can't watch it with sound?
We can, it's just that...
Oh, we'll bugger up the audio.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's got the subtitles.
Yes.
Is this the one with the accurate one?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because someone sat down and actually written this out as...
Why are you wearing one of those red hats? What are they called?
Well, we all wanted to... when we did it, it was like a visual thing.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted each of our characters to stand out for a specific reason. So mine was that I would just wear a different hat in every episode, just like a stupid visual thing.
Is it a fez? That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's a fez, yeah. And I can't remember what... Everyone had a physical trait, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was something about the length of sleeves or something. Or something like that. It was just so you could visually tell us apart. I mean, we look quite different. This scene is just Niall wandering around with his camera.
So Brad does his hair.
Yeah, Brad has his hair. I had
also
the hat.
had my hair. You had your hat. Sam had his very moves, I think.
That's my favourite. That's my second favourite Sam moment in that series, where he does this with the cards and puts one on his head and it falls down. For some reason, it's just...
I like that thing he does with his arms. Like a wave. God, he looks different now.
Yeah.
That was beard.
This is what I was talking about. You remember that I said there's one where it's obviously I've just put it down on the table and that'll do. But
Are you playing Yu-Gi-Oh?
no, we're playing Niall's collection of Doctor Who Adventures, the card game.
Fucking nerds.
And, yeah, I guess so. This is a great edit.
The poet.
We're just genuinely watching this now. I mean...
I can't remember this at all, actually. All I remembered was them finding the case.
We'd just sit around making each other laugh, and we'd go, well, what would happen if this happened? So I think Nialle was, we'll find a... There's a mysterious case shows up on the door, and my first joke was it's just left there, because it's never a good plan to bring something like that in, and that was kind of where this came from. You can see towards the end, though, that we ran out of time.
Yeah.
Because the ending just comes out of nowhere. We didn't work out an ending. I think it's just I'm having a dream or something.
Oh, okay. Does he open the case? I can't remember.
No,
I'm very curious.
The whole plot is about opening the case. But,
oh, you've got to loosen the top things. That's how you open the case.
Yeah, that was part of the thing. We used like a million different routines to try and open it, and then in the end, it's just like, why didn't we think of that before? But I forgot to mention the only reason these things really exist is when we were doing GCSEs. Me, Sam, Niall, and Brad would leave school and go to Brad's house, who lived about 5-10 minutes away.
Actually, in GCSE we weren't allowed.
Well, we used to go there, and we used to watch films and play Just Dance, and after a while, we just were like, hey, we should, like, we came up with all these stupid jokes about stuff, and like originally it was fake adverts. Like I think the first thing we ever did.
They were amazing. They were
fake
really
adverts.
funny. I even showed my mum because they were brilliant, really good. We actually can we watch them after? We're watching them after.
Yeah.
Good.
But
I think they're the best things you guys have done.
Well, thank you. But that was what we were just doing. So after that, it kind of became this thing. And actually, me and Sam made a short series together that was about the two characters from this.
Yeah.
The Jason Sever show. I'd actually completely forgotten that existed, but that was very like the Mighty Boosh.
Is it on this channel?
No, it's not.
That's probably why I haven't seen it.
I don't know what I did with it, if I did anything, but
if anything bad happens, it's your fault. Yeah. Now what? I will accept full responsibility if anything bad happens. Let's get the gear.
That was prophetic, wasn't it? I like that joke. That I turned to where Bradley would be sitting, but it's just a skeleton. But we didn't have a full skeleton, we just had I think it was a skull that was like... You know you get those novelty shampoo things?
Yeah.
I think it was something like that, just in the shape of a skull. And, You can see what I meant about we ran out of ideas and we couldn't work out where the plot was good. Okay, that's a good visual gag, the Sam thing. I wonder if it's the hat I'm wearing, because it looks like I'm ginger in this.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you're colourblind, aren't you?
Fucking see ginger.
That must make your life so much better. Oh, yeah. Watch what I'm doing here. So I'm just rubbing the keys along the front.
Ah.
It's Niall's wonderful handwriting. Look how ginger I look in that.
Oh god, you do, yeah. Do you wake up? Oh no, you wake up with a fedora. Oh no, it's not a fedora.
I don't know what. I think that is a fedora, actually. I always get them confused. There's a trilby hat and a fedora, and I always get the two of them mixed up.
Fedora's on the short sides.
Someone put in the thing a smiley face? That's wonderful. Oh god, right, let's watch those adverts then.
Okay.